Well, the owners of several North Carolina restaurants are being sued over their name. Texas-based chain Whataburger is taking the Tar Heel State restaurants to court, citing trademark infringement. North Carolina locations also called Whataburger, except the name is spelled with hyphens.
So the lawsuit claims the Texas-based chain reached out to the defendant several years ago when it decided to expand into North Carolina, and a confidential coexistence agreement was then signed between the two companies. But now the Texas chain accuses the North Carolina restaurants of forming a limited liability corporation behind its back. Well, let's get straight over to Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes.
Khalif, we kind of saw this coming with the legal aspects of this case. Where do you see this is going to go?
What a mess. How about that, right? I can tell you that this is problematic from the very beginning. First of all, you got to look at these are two old companies, one 1957, the other 1967, and so separated by a decade. But the one out of Texas is the
separated by a hyphen.
It's separated by a hyphen, and that was their attempt to try to distinguish themselves. But they do the exact same thing. They're a fast food chain that offers burgers and fries and different things like that. But they're limited. The one in North Carolina is 2 locations and 1 food truck. The problem was Texas wasn't in North Carolina. They had no footprint. But once they hit 1,000 locations, they started kind of getting closer to this area, got to Atlanta, and now they're like, okay, we got one in Greenville, South Carolina. North Carolina, it's time. 2022 comes around, and they're pushing their big thing of we're coming, bringing it to North Carolina. They reached out to the Whataburger here and said, look, we're going to be here. We'll still allow you to use your name, but you can't do anything else with it. What they didn't know is that this location went out there, what they alleged in their complaint, is went out there, formed an LLC, and decided to use their food truck in different capacities. They looked at it as a breach of contract, and they said, you know what, now, because you've breached this contract, you can't use the name in any capacity, and we're going to sue you for a number of things, specifically unfair and deceptive trade practices, unfair enrichment, unjust enrichment. I mean, a number of claims that all equal money.
You know what? I mean, just listening to this lawsuit, it makes you think of the song Ice Ice Baby. And remember between that and Queen, and it was dun 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 dun, and it was like the difference of that little note.
No. My song is dun 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 dun.
Right. It was right. It was so close. So
yes.
If coming from your perspective, I mean, how do you see this play out?
I see it plays out pretty cut and dry. That Whataburger in Texas has a legitimate claim. Their claim is being infringed. They did everything they could do to try to give this North Carolina company an opportunity to still use their name and continue doing their business. But if you breach this contract, hey, we're going to take you to court.